All right, it's gonna be where Montan. Let's go to BTC real quick. Connecting software. All right. We're live. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is gonna be my crypto swing trading session here. We're gonna go through crypto real quick, and I'm gonna just go through the coins. These are the main ones that I'm watching right now. I'm really watching Sui to enter some long positions, but of course everything looks really bearish as of right now. I was charting last night, but let's just go through what I was seeing. So let's go right here. Let's go full screen. Right here. All right, for BTC on the monthly here, you can see on the monthly, I am looking to see if we have CRT being created. We are looking like we are having that more of a doji candle, looking like it does kind of want to reverse, but we're gonna have to wait for that new month opening, see, and then for the closing here to see where where it goes and where it happens. If it closes below this low, then of course the CRT is scuffed. This is kind of more of an advanced CRT on the monthly time frame. This is your buy side objective, and then your swing high, swing low. And this is where you mark out the standard deviations. The Fibonacci, your regular fib. Right here. So you can see here we have basically met the 50%. We have met, equilibrium of this range, this price leg from low to high. And this is kind of where you would want to see the market reverse at equilibrium. Of course, we can dig deeper, but from then and there, it tends to get a little bit more bearish, in my honest opinion. You'd like to see the market reverse off of equilibrium, especially being inside of a higher time frame bullish PD array. And of course, this is the PD array that broke this high. You want to see this continue to the upside and not really break this low. If it does break this low, then of course, I don't know what to tell you. We're going to be pretty much, you want to see a complete reversal, like a complete 180 right there if it goes to 53K. But my honest opinion, I really don't see that happening if we're bullish long term. So on the weekly, let's go to the weekly here. On the weekly, it does look a little bit more it does look like it is a little bit more bearish, especially with this candle, and then this right here, this long wick. But we are reaching into these buy side imbalances on the weekly, and we are sweeping previous week low, and we are about to close above if it does continue to the upside, of course. And then if it does close above here, then eventually you want to start to see the market reverse and form a change in the state, or that bullish change in the state, or bullish order block. And then on the daily is a little bit more scuffy, in my honest opinion, with how everything has formed here. And it looks nice, but at the same time it really doesn't. So you want to be a brother. ICT doesn't work on crypto. ICT works on everything, bro. It does work on everything, but that's why it does work on everything. It works on every market, bro. Every market, you have to have some technical aspect, technical fundamentals. And I don't know if that's off of your personal experience that it doesn't work, but for me, I have seen success, have seen it work. So I can't agree with you on that one. So yeah, only because the market dropped. Bro, a lot of people were expecting this. If if you're trading ICT, you could have seen this coming. Yeah, let's go. And then on the daily here, we have a daily SIBI and a bearish order block. Of course, with the market structure shift, the bearish one close below. Beautiful delivery. I think one of the markets made a bearish breaker. I don't know if it was Ethereum or Solana. One of the two did, and it just showed complete bearishness right then and there. And you could have used your standard deviations projections to see where the reversal was likely to occur. And we did also meet the sell side objective here, which was met. Completed the market maker model. You can see we are reversing now. We weren't unable to close below, which is a good indication, honestly. You don't ever want to see the market close below. If it does, then it's a likelihood that we are likely to continue to the downside there. And we have retested the order block here. Again, we're using the two highest up close candles instead of these right here, because this is what your order block is. It's the two highest up close candles, or the candles that are the highest up there. Like it reached back up into the SIBI in this little downtrend, and then eventually came back down. It hit like towards, what was it, like 50%. hit 50%, a little bit near, you know, the 75 mark, and then eventually started to reverse there, as you can see. Then on the 4H, the 4H has been a little bit more sort of a range bound market condition, which is totally fine, especially with how we've been moving lately. You can see we made this inversion, started moving up higher. We met this high, boom, the objective has been met. Now really you want to see the market continue to the upside. But either way, you know, like you want to see the Civi either get disrespected or respected, and then eventually we can start moving lower. But you know, on a higher time perspective, it really does look a little bit more bullish than bearish. So you want to see that little daily Civi get inverse right then and there with the order block. And then on the 1H here, you can see again forming another inversion as of right now after sweeping the low, showing signs of what not wanting to continue to the downside. And if we did want to continue to the downside, this would have been respected, pushing us lower, breaking below this low, and of course breaking below this low, closing. We didn't close, we just swept it. And again, more of a range bound market. What is this right here? Your order block, your foundation, 50%, boom, moved up higher. So yeah, looks really nice. You want to see the market continuing to the upside. You want to see this change in the state right here happen if it can. But either way, that would be more of a bullish breaker if it does close above here. And then honestly reaching these highs up here, the daily objective, I think that would be honestly very, very, very nice to see on BTC. So yeah, that's my game plan. Honestly, if we get a closure above, I'm going to be bullish, especially if we get a closure above here. Previous week low, I see the third candle opening up, moving up higher, just strong distribution to the upside. Daily time frame, if we do make this inverse before that even happens, clearly going to be bullish. So yeah, I didn't mean to hit that, but okay. Ethereum has been super weak, I won't even lie. It's been very, very honestly sad to see. But I saw one on Twitter, 180 million was put into Ethereum, you know, using the, or no, not using, but with the Ethereum Foundation. So they can get liquidated at any time. I don't know if they did, but I think the price was 1,100 something. So again, they can probably get liquidated if it continues to the downside. But they know something. They know something we don't, because they would have never opened that position without certain analysis, certain information. But let's just say what they said was correct. Then you're going to see the market start to move up higher here. But either way, after Ethereum has met these highs right here, you can see it just never really wanted to come back down until after, of course, after I met it. And it's been more inside of a range bound, you know, like we sweep the highs, we sweep the lows, and then eventually the market starts to just go back and forth. Here, in my honest opinion, we met these lows a while ago, like 2 weeks ago, you know, or yeah, 2 weeks ago. And it just never really wanted to reverse. We're bouncing into the monthly PDRA. We're not inside of equilibrium on the monthly here. We're, you know, like we're just all the way down there. Right here. Boom. It's just really, 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 really sloppy for Ethereum. This would be your new price leg right here. But then again, if we just disrespected it, Ethereum, it isn't really one that I would really be paying attention to, but it is one that I continue to keep my eye on just in case something happens, you know. It's at a super discount, but we don't know if it's going to go back up to like 4K, 5K, 10K, you know, like what these people were expecting the cycle. It is very weak. I'd rather not put in any bets on it, you know. I'd rather just sit on sidelines for this one, honestly. But on the monthly, we have a monthly BISI we are retracing back up into. We swept the monthly low. On the weekly, we don't really have much, honestly. And then on the daily, we had that bearish market structure shift here. And it was nice to see, honestly, that the market was moving lower and continuing to the downside here, being bearish. And then we have our buy side objective up here for this price leg here. So again, Ethereum has been more weak. It's showing indication to what? Continue to the downside, which is normal, I guess, the cycle. We've been seeing this play out, you know. And you have your CRT right here on the daily. So yeah, and then on the 4H, we're inside of that monthly PDA array. You want to start seeing higher prices. Let's go to the 12H. We have a bearish SIBI right then and there with the breaker market structure. So, you know, if it does hold, that means we're likely to continue to the downside, since we did have a breaker market structure with the fair value gap being created. So if this holds, we continue to the downside. We disrespect everything else, and we meet for more lower prices, which would have to be like this low down here, which is fine by me, honestly. I really don't care about this one. And yeah, looks super weak, very, very bearish in my honest opinion. On the 1H again, we're just back and forth. We sweep the lows, sweep the highs, swap the lows, right then and there. Swap the highs, unable to break above. We have a new high up here. Boom. Now where we're gonna go? Are we gonna go back up to the high, meet the high, and respect the the 12H SIBI, continue to the downside to reach these lows? It to me, in my honest opinion, we're inside of more of a range bound market, so I would expect this high up here to be met first and foremost after sweeping this low, and then eventually it depends after that happens. Like, do we break above this high? Do we sweep it? Do we come back down? Do we respect this bullish order block, or bullish breaker, continue to the upside? It all just depends on the situation here, and you want to see how the 12H reacts off of that SIBI. So again, very, very important there. So yeah. Go to the 1 month. On the monthly here, you can see that there, Solana reaching this low almost. I think that would be a very, very vital point if it does reach that low on the weekly time frame. The bearish order block. This is kind of what This is kind of what I was marking. Not kind of. This is what I was marking and what I was watching. As soon as we disrespected this, I was like, all right, we're gonna come back up here and push lower. But then we also had this right here that I was watching. I was like, man, it isn't likely to hold, And if we close below here, it's wraps. We close below, we just continue to the downside. And I knew we were going to be bearish at the 180, 190. And I was continuing to wait. I was like, bro, I'm just going to have to wait. And then on the daily, again, daily has more of a market maker style model, and it wants to continue to the downside here, which isn't bad. I'm willing to let it continue to the downside. I won't even lie. We have the SIBI here, which we have not retraced back up into. We have the SIBI there. We have not retraced back up into it. We had the bearish breaker market structure right here, right then and there. So yeah, we had the bearish breaker market structure. We have the CRT low. Boom, you can see the CRT is about to be completed. That could have been your trade. That honestly could have been your trade right then and there. So you had a CRT form right here. You go to the 15, and you look. Let's go back to the 1 day. Let's go look at the 30 candle. Let's go mark it out right here, right there. So this is where your 30 candle opened up. You can see the manipulation all the way down here. As soon as it opened, the market moved lower and then eventually started to move up higher. But what was it retracing off of? Off of this right here. Clear. Bread and butter, bro. Bread and butter. Bounced. And a lot of people are like, oh, whoa, 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 this is all hindsight. It is. But it bounced, respected, continued to the upside. What could have been your trade idea? This change in the state. That could have been your trade right here. As soon as it closed above, retraced, then you move the power. This fair value gap, it didn't even have to be your trade. You don't even have to enter off of that, off of the fair value gap if you wanted to, but you can't. You can if you wanted to, but if you don't want to, you don't have to. If you didn't have enough confirmation, the change in the state would have been enough. Me personally, I would have had my stop at the low. And you target what? The CRT high. Go back up to the date. Actually, you already know what it is. You already know what it is right here. So yeah. Or I think it was this one actually, yeah, because it created the third candle. That would have been your trade. Of course, you would have not hit, but why not take profit at the projection block? Or at least try your stop, as soon as you break this high. As soon as you break that high, why not try your stops right here at the fair value gap low? And that could have been your take profit right here. Your final, you cut at a 1 to 2. It's not bad, bro. Not bad. Or you can continue to hold the trade if you wanted, At the end of the day, it is your trade. If you're swing trading, you would have, I don't know, you would have at least taken profit at this high, 50% right there. And then you would have left the runners if you wanted. So yeah, pretty simple, pretty sweet. Let's go to full screen. But yeah, guys, I've been trying to swing trade more. It's been very difficult, I won't lie to you, because it's just working. I haven't really had time to look at the charts. Today's my day off, and then tomorrow I'm back at it, and then after that, Friday I'm off, and then Saturday and Sunday I'm back at it. You know, I'm really I'm a closer. I work from like the afternoon shifts, midday shifts to like afternoon, so I can probably trade AM session futures, prop firms, whatever. But I'd rather be remote. You know, like I'd rather be remote. I'd rather be working from here and looking at the charts on my laptop. This laptop right here. You know, and just trading. You know, I'd rather trade from there. That's way easier, way better. I'm able to look at the charts. I'm able to see the daily candle print instead of just waking up the next day. Because I come home late. You know, I have to do other stuff. And it isn't very easy. I won't lie to you. Put my glasses on. Some blue light glasses, bro, because I feel a little iffy. All right, there we go. But yeah, you know, like, it's been very difficult, but either way, we're gonna make through it. Solana monthly low. I want to see that be swept. Complete the market model weekly time frame. Bearish order block. We can see respected. We didn't even have to retrace up into it. As soon as we closed, we opened up this candle, moved up higher just a little bit. That's all we needed. And then we started to move lower, which is perfectly fine. And then on the daily here, we have a daily SIBI, and of course we also have that Fibonacci right there. We can reach into the 50%, see if we disrespect it, and continue up higher and disrespect this, and then eventually form, you know, like this change in the state, continue to the upside. And if not, then respect the SIBI, complete the market maker saw model, which is kind of the highest probability here because we have been a bearish trend. This is the thing about the trends too, you know, like if you're trading against the trend, you're not really likely going to win from a higher time frame perspective. You know, like if you have a hard time from PDA rate and like the lower time frame is still bearish, you want to wait for it to become bullish and you know, respect the higher time frame trend. Then you enter off of that and you hold. You don't let go. No matter what happens, you just continue to hold. And you're gonna win. You know. So yeah, that's pretty much really it. I just see it really just coming up here. If it respects the 50% of this range and the SIBI, we're gonna continue to the downside to reach this low and then eventually the monthly low, complete the market maker saw model. So yeah. Doge. Where am I on? I'm on this one. Okay, yeah. Let's go to BNB. BNB, I'm not really watching it, if I'm being truly honest. XRP, let's watch some XRP. XRP monthly BSC right here. You can see we swept the low. Boom, boom, boom. Magic right there on the weekly time frame. Let's erase this real quick. On the weekly time frame, you can see this is the low that we swept for that monthly BSC. On the weekly time frame, we had this weekly BSC got disrespected, and eventually it just never really held, if I'm being truly honest. Mean threshold of this bullish order block did hold twice, but then it just never got that exposure that we needed to continue to the upside again, especially after reaching so far into it and not pushing up, breaking above the highs. It just showed a lack of respection. So yeah, and this is the consequent encroachment of this week. I don't know why I put mean threshold. It's on the daily or the weekly. So yeah, weekly, this is your wick right there. This would have to be the discount of the wick because it's on the bottom side of it. Premium is on the above for me personally. That's how I use it. And then yeah, we're just really aiming for this low right here on the weekly objective. Your little range high, range low for XRP. I think XRP has been inside of this range for a little bit of a while, but that's perfectly fine, especially with how much it moved. I don't expect it really to like continue super high, you know, like it pumped up so crazy. A lot of people were going bananas, you know, and you know, they were just FOMOing in, which is fine by me. You know, you got to play your cards right. You got to understand what's going on, use everything intellectually from a technical aspect. You know, you don't want to rush into trades, you don't want to rush into investments. You want to be very diligent, have patience, and just know when, you know, it's time to enter, when it's time to exit. I think that's the most important part. You don't want to be having these emotions dictate how the charts are viewed. You want to be logical, and you want to use everything to your advantage. Why not? Why not? So yeah, and then bearish break of market structure. We have our daily SIBI, which is being tapped up into. You have the daily high, or your buy set objective, or your swing high. That's your swing high right now. It's your swing high. It's your daily objective. Your swing low. I don't think we are reaching into 50%. Oh, we have reached into 50% equilibrium. If we're going to continue to the downside, this is kind of where you would want to see the market push lower. On the 4H here, you can see. I'm trying to clean up anything I have here. Okay, we don't have anything. On the 4H, we have some low resistance here, but after this, it's not really as much. But yeah, we don't really see much here that can probably push us up higher other than this right here. Since we did close above, this is your bullish breaker. So, that's probably pretty much only the really key thing I can see us holding. But that's way above, and we're inside of an equilibrium, reaching to the daily bearish SIBI. If we hold it, bro. Like, it's clear. We have bullish breaker forming right here. So if we're gonna push up, I think this is kind of where you would want to see it start to push up. If we break above here and we break above the daily SIBI and we close above it and make it an inversion, that's kind of where you want to see the market start to push up higher and start to disrespect all this and form. This would be more of a bullish breaker to me. Form a bullish breaker, continue to the upside, break above these highs. But is that a likely scenario here? Not really, because we don't really have much of a weekly or monthly confluence that we're tapping up into. So either way, even on the monthly, we're still way too deep into a premium. I would not see this market pushing up from there. Of course, it can be a quick pump, but long term, I really don't see it happening. I think we still have a lot more room to the downside. And me personally, I would want to see it after sweeping this low start to move higher. That would be my personal opinion. So for right now, I'm cool with us just reaching back down lower, breaking below this low, and then eventually reaching this one, and then starting to chop around, and then probably reversing. Honestly, I wouldn't be against that, because then we're going to be in the monthly BSE. We're going to be able to sweep a short-term low and then start to move up higher. I think that would be way, way, way better in this case scenario, instead of having that, PDRA get inverse and then form a bullish breaker and just start pushing up. I just really don't see that happening. So yeah. So yeah, that's really it. Alright, just go through AVAX. AVAX has been one I was heavy into it, but as of recently, it's just been dead. It's been dying off, and it's cool. That's fine by me, honestly. I don't really, have too much of emotions. It is what it is. It happens. Things happen. Situations occur. Scenarios are likely to happen. That's how life is. Like, not everything's gonna continue to go the way you want it to go, and that's how you're gonna have to learn to adapt and just become a better individual. It just happens naturally like that. So here, monthly BSE, sweeping the monthly low. Is this where we're likely to reverse? Most likely. And then let's take this off real quick. Let's leave this one right here. I want to leave the weekly one right here. So yeah, we have our weekly inversion right there, closure below here. And then on the weekly, we also have weekly CRT forming. On the daily, we have that daily SIBI. Again, majority of these markets do move the same, because again, majority of the foundation is Bitcoin. So that's why you want to be focusing mainly on Bitcoin. So, and then break a market structure, really just the same stuff, honestly, over and over again. This one again, though, this is different because we have the monthly SIBI we are tapping up into, and we swept the monthly low. So if we are likely to reverse here, we are going to make this inverse, have the closure above these two down close candles, start to push up higher. That's kind of what you want to see in this scenario. And that's honestly my honest opinion, and then we reach above this high, have a closure above it, form a fair value gap, start pushing up higher, disrespect, majority of this low resistance that we have been forming and start reaching, above these highs. I think that's really honestly the scenario, since we have been in a market maker sell model. We did complete this market maker sell model, and we're forming a market maker buy model here. And, this is how the market moves. It moves from market maker sell model to market maker buy model to market maker sell model, but in the terms of conditions of how it happens, it has to go through those 4 price deliveries that ICT always talked about, in core content. It has to be the consolidation, it can be an expansion, and then a retracement, and then, probably a reversal at times after meeting a certain objective, from expanding. And that's really it. It's either consolidation or expansion, or it's consolidation reversal. It's never a certain scenario where it just continues to the upside and then it reverses, which of course can happen, or it's just, but before it reverses, it has to have that consolidation. It doesn't simply just reverse off the the move, especially from a higher time frame perspective. It has to have that consolidation, before a big move happens. Those little moves that you see from reversals, are just little moves, so try not to put too much attention into those. You have to be paying attention and be very wary of what's going on. So yeah, I think that's why it's very important to really study and dive deep into price. Whenever I was doing that, I gained some new insight, way more new insight whenever I was studying price heavy with CRT, bro. I found so many different things that I never would have found of viewing price. Kylian Mbappe. See if they win today. So yeah, that's really the scenario I see for AVAX. Right now I'm about to go study some IT stuff for my certs. I have the books right here, bro. Literally have the books right here, bro. Literally. That's the network one. I grabbed the network. GG's, boys. Alright, let's go through TON real quick. TON has been one of those markets where I just don't watch. I mean, truly honest. It just dumped straight to the moon. Consequent encroachment of this monthly BISI. Disrespected. I'm not even going to watch it, really. Just off of the monthly, I know if I want to watch it or not, because, again, I'm more of a swing trading. Again, if you go to... right here, if you go to this one, this is what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the monthly, the weekly. I'm dropping it down from the weekly all the way to the daily, and then I'm just viewing it from there, so that's basically really it. That's how I view my charts from the perspective of I am. But right now we're just doing this, I'm viewing it from just a neutral standpoint. I'm going through every single time frame, one chart only, having my full focus on this and what I'm seeing. But it's different, when I'm trying to speed run. Not really speed run, but I'm trying to find the best market to trade, so it's different with that. Alright, here you can see we have the monthly BISI. On the weekly time frame, we have a weekly SIBI, which has formed, and of course, on that monthly time frame, we swept the low, but we had a closure below it, so that is breaking market structure. We had the bearish monthly order block form, as you can see there. These highs look nice, right there. Weekly time frame, we have that right there for him. None of the daily time frame, your daily perspective, again, really just the same thing as everything else, but the higher time frame is what differentiates them. So as you can see there, we have not reached equilibrium. We have the SIBI, we have the bearish breaker market structure form, we have the external high up there, which has not been met. So yeah, you can see that there, pretty much just indicating to us really that if we're going to be bearish, we're probably likely going to retrace up into this and then start moving lower, which is nice. On the 4H, 12H SIBI. I want to see if we close above it or below it, to then reach into the daily, to then eventually start seeing if we want to move lower. For the 1H, on the 1H, we had this right here. This respected, then it got respected, but that was after we swept the low. Now you want to see if we have a closure above here, which we reach into the rejection block, and we start to move lower, rejecting, and also reach into the SIBI. Not that one. This one down there, and then we start to move lower. This is cool to see, I guess, for near. Really, honestly, I wouldn't want to put my chips on this one though. Just from how the monthly was looking, not really reaching into anything. This one also, again, this is say. I did have high expectations whenever I was trading SUI for say. I really wanted to see it move higher, but I guess it's not as strong. The foundation isn't there. Alright, is what I'm looking at. The weekly bearish order block, we respected the SIBI on the daily. You see that they were continuing to the downside, met this low, had a break on market structure. Now, this would have to be your objective if you do want to retrace, which would have to be the daily SIBI, which is typical, I guess. Since we go to internal to external. Actually, let's do this like that. So if we want to continue to the downside here, it's likely to happen if we do retrace up into here. But on the monthly, we are inside of that monthly buy center balance. So, and we did also meet this low already. So this is pretty nice to see, honestly. We met that low multiple times, and then eventually we came back and met this one. So this is kind of an indication of where you would want to see the reversal if we're bullish. But again, this one can chop around. I've seen crypto markets like this where they reach into like a super deep discount PDRA, which is like a BISI or an order block, and then they start range bound marking. They start range bound. They don't move much until later on when like there's a big pump in Bitcoin, and then everything starts pumping. Then those markets start to pump also. But if not, then they're just pretty much dead. There's no volume inside of them. They're just range bound. I feel like this one that's what can happen this day. So you're going to have to be very, very careful whenever you're trying to trade this. But other than that, really, there's nothing really else to it. Like we want to see it come back up, see if we want to continue to the downside, reach this low and continue, or if you want to make this inverse, continue to the upside, form a bullish change in state of delivery, start pushing up, and then eventually give you that confirmation of making the weekly PDRA or the order block inverse, breaking above the high, starting to push up higher, disrespecting all this low resistance here, and that's basically really it, you know. Let's go through render. So yeah, so for render, monthly, this is a monthly, right? Monthly PD array, weekly, daily, really the same thing. Really the same thing with monthly, busy, daily, sibby, breaking market structure, high up here. You want to see the market push up, disrespect this, continue to the upside, form that bullish change in the state. So yeah. Sui, I really do have high expectations for this one, brother. Alright. Yeah, we reach into equilibrium here of this range. We're inside of a monthly BISI. We have another one down there, but this is where your break and market structure occurs, so you don't want to see the market what? Disrespect this. There's two overlapping PD arrays. And then on the weekly time frame, we have a weekly BISI. We have weekly CRT forming. This is what it's looking like an A+ condition setup. On the daily time frame, we have not much, honestly, but we have the break and market structure. I don't see the BISI though, so we want to see the change in the state form. Yeah, we only have a small BISI here. I'll mark it out though. But either way, I still want to see the change in state of delivery form. I'm not going to enter off of just the BISI. Because again, this bearish order block, we have to see mean threshold to get inverse in the first place. And if it doesn't, then of course that BISI or that inversion probably means nothing in my honest opinion until the change in the state happens to confirm if that is the ground foundation. You know, then we can retrace, disrespect the inversion probably up. I really could care less. Yeah. Then we have the high up here. Okay. We're not gonna move yet. So yeah. Oh, my Wi-Fi's lagging, right? Ondo, Sui, watch list, watch playlist. You know, you gotta have them on there. And then on the monthly, we have a monthly BISI. On the weekly CRT forming here, honestly. But I just don't like how it has such big wicks. If I'm being truly honest, that means we don't have low resistance conditions. We have a bunch of high resistance. So if it is gonna move, it's gonna be with pretty much slow speed. It's just gonna be chopping, especially with how this range has been happening. So yeah, it's gonna be like a slow grind up there, which isn't fun, honestly. So we're weekly CRT. On the daily, we have this right here formed. On the daily, we have a bearish BPR. We have to retrace up into. We're not even near 50%, bro. We're not even near 50%. So I think this one does have a lot more room to the upside, unless it's super bearish. Unless we're like heavy bearish, we're not gonna go all the way up there. We're gonna just probably like sweep this high, or reach into this fairly up, and then eventually start to reject and close below here. And respect this right here, disrespect all these bullish PD arrays. Honestly, if that happens, I'm just sidelines. I'm sidelines, bro. I'm not waiting. I'm not entering the trade until we make this inverse and we have that closure above like everything else. Because again, we have a low broken through. We have an overlapping PD array here with the fair value gap. It's more bearish than bullish, if I'm being truly honest. Even if the monthly has that bullish PD array, to me, this daily time frame looks bearish. So yeah. Let's go through. Go through a good market. Let's switch over. I'm gonna switch over, guys. Let's switch over right here. I'm gonna go through scanning. We're gonna scan. All right, we're gonna scan. All right, in the monthly, not much I would want to see, honestly. Very, very bearish. The weekly, not much, honestly. We don't have enough room, anyways. But either way, I would not want to see that on the. This looks super bearish. I mean, truly honest, this is like your last line of defense here, if we hold it or not. And either way, I would not want to trade a market like this. I mean, truly honest. Wait, hold on. Is that on my watch list? That is, right. It was a good little quick pump and dump, but it didn't last long. Here, monthly time frame, you can see we had a bearish break of market structure for Rune. Straight to the downside. Monthly SIB being created. Not really a good market. You wouldn't want to be long-term trading or swing trading in the first place for longs. Ingest or injective monthly BISI right there, as you can see. The movement to the monthly PD array has been a little bit, more quick, but before that it was chopping around, which is nice to see, you know, like the market did try to hold some foundation in bullish prices, but it just never really did. And then on the weekly time frame, we have weekly CRT forming, but we also have a SIBI forming. So it's kind of a little, you know, scary situation where if you do form the CRT, is the SIBI going to get respected? You know, is it going to hold, then push us lower after we reach 50% of the CRT? So that's a scenario you want to have in the back of your mind, you know, for sure. And then we have a bullish order block. I mean, a bearish order block holding us, going to be pushing us lower with the SIBI. So with the bearish breaker market structure. So is it really worth it? Not really. Aptos, monthly low. Again, this is more of a range bound market. It goes up, comes down, goes up, comes down. It's not really consistent in the approach of one direction. It's both sides. Weekly time frame, we have a weekly SIBI here, and then on the monthly we have the monthly low, or the market maker sell model on the weekly about to be completed. Just your final part of distribution right then and there. So yeah, and on the daily, see where the daily. So yeah, on the daily we had a bullish BPR got disrespected. You know, this could have been your closure, could have been your entry, right then and there. As soon as it broke those lows, you go stop to break even, and then yeah, that's really it. I don't know if you would have. Depends on where you entered. If you entered right here, yeah, you probably would have got stop break even, or you could have cut, trimmed, moved stops to break even. You probably would have got hit out, which is cool. Just cool. There's not really nothing I would want to see here on these markets. Just Kronos. Kronos was a quick pump and dump, honestly. So we are forming this. I wouldn't mind seeing it going back up to continue lower. Being truly honest. Oh, so XLM doesn't look bad at all. This is kind of what I like to trade. I like seeing the markets. This looks just like XRP, bro. I won't even lie to you. But a lot weaker. A lot weaker. This doesn't look bad at all. It looks decent. It looks a little decent. I won't lie to you. Let's mark this out real quick. Big monthly Bessie. Right then and there we have formed. So weekly time frame, we have a weekly SIBI up here. So we have a weekly SIBI. We have our buy side objective up here. Right then and there. Hit okay. To the daily. So for the daily approach here, let's mark this one over here like that. So for a daily approach, we had the bearish PPR, or we did have a bearish PPR form. Doesn't look bad, honestly. I won't even lie to you. Right then and there. Breaker market structure. We swept the low once. This is not a sweep. This is close below. This would have to be my honest buy side objective for the daily there. The forage, the daily. Let's go to the weekly here. Daily. Maybe your 4H approach. 4H. What do we have on the 4H? SIBI got inverse. We're holding it for right now.
Hey Willie.
What's up?
How do you screenshot, bro? I forgot how to do it.
You go on your snipping tool.
It's Control S, right?
No, you're snipping. If you want to get the full screen. All right, and then yeah, this doesn't look bad at all, honestly. I just wish I had more of a foundation on the weekly or the daily. I think it just does. It lacks something on the daily or the weekly. I need something like that on the daily. I need like a daily PDRA, or yeah, I need something. Since we're in a bearish environment, we don't really have much of a bullish PDRA other than the monthly time frame. But yeah, I feel like we're lacking something. I need something on the daily. Until then, I'll probably have this one on the watch list. It doesn't look bad, honestly. It does not look bad, if I'm being truly honest. So one I'll keep my eye on. Core looks a lot more bearish. I will go. I already have it on the watch list. Not bad, honestly. Link. I used to watch it, but not really as much. Jasmine, Pendulum. I've been wanting to look at Pi. Let's go. This has been one that it's like straight heat, bro. Straight heat. Honestly. Pi has been straight heat. I won't even lie to you. So has IP. Is that IP? Yeah, IP USDT. They're both straight heat, bro. It's the winners. Bet on winners right there. You bet on a winner. Boom. Inverse. Pump up. These are the markets you want to be trading, bro. Let's go back up to my boy IP. Pi, I mean. See where we're at here on the daily. See, this one doesn't look bad at all either. You see here. Daily here, you can see that there. We have that. We have our buy set objective here. We're about to go to the 12H though. See what happens here. So yeah, and then go to the 12H. We don't have much other than the city. Just typical. And then on the 1H, what do we have here on the 1H? We have 1 hour BISI, but the 12H is still holding. We are forming the 12H BISI. Doesn't look bad, honestly. Did we hold? No, we didn't, right? We had something here, I think, that we held. Probably for like up. Yeah, we did have it for like up here. I don't know if probably in an order block. So yeah, that's really it. Probably gonna end the stream here, guys. I know it's a little short stream. I will update you guys with the videos. I will be back trading soon once I finish these IT courses and all this other good stuff. So yeah, and once I get a remote job, I'm tired of working this 9 to 5. I mean, truly honest. We could do more streams like this for longer periods. I'm rusty. I won't even lie to you. I gotta go study my notes, ICT notes, my IT course notes, and all that. So yeah, that's pretty much really it. Peace.